Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this brand new stick. It's done by a company called Buzztv and they called it Vidstick, aka ST4000. This is an anticipated video and we have been waiting for this for almost half a year. Finally, I got one on my hand and I thought I should make a quick video for you guys to show you exactly how good this is. So here you go. You can see the box is really nicely designed. It will function properly for you and you can record. I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family and click the notification icon so you will be notified once we have a new video out. Plus, click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly for you. If you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We love to help you out ASAP. You can see that the box is really nicely designed in front. It looks just like the XR4000 or XRS4500. But once we flip it in the back, you will be able to see the actual design of it. So yes, it's OS 9, yes, it's Wi-Fi 5.0, plus you can hook up a adapter so you can connect this to a LAN connection. It comes with a Bluetooth remote and it's running with 2 GB of RAM and 16 gig internal storage and running S905Y2 chipset. Let's just open it up and see what's inside of it. And here are the components. It comes with a user manual and you can see that it has their picture and the front really nicely done. And again, the quality of the page on this is also really good. Now when we open it, it has package content, connection, and also it says installation steps of how you're going to be able to put it together, and also some information about the Bluetooth remote that is part of this. We will capture this in a few seconds, but once you open it, it has more information on how you're going to be able to make your remote learn. And if you don't know this, don't worry, they have this covered on their website. And also they have the pairing the Bluetooth remote over here, and also some troubleshooting steps and some warranty information. Alright, so we will put this aside. So here is the first box. It does indicate that it is a power supply. At the bottom it does indicate that this is not for individual sale. So you have to know that when you're buying, if somebody is selling you this, this is part of a box. And when you open it, it has really cool little parts that makes everything side by side. So here you go. Once you get this, this is how it will look. And inside of it is you're going to get a plastic. And then on the other side of it, you got to take everything out. Here they are. So inside of it, you will get the micro USB connector on one side and USB 2.0 on the other side. And it will give you a little power brick. This way, you're going to be able to connect this to an electricity and you're going to be able to power it up unless you have one of those newer TVs that have USB 2.0 connected right in the back of your TV, so you do not have to use this. The next box that is part of this is you have that little indicator on the bottom, but it will tell you this is an extender and IR sensor. Here it is. So this is the HDMI extender. So sometimes you will come across that some TVs don't have enough space for the actual dongle or the stick to be connected, and that way this will be coming handy so you can connect this. And the next part is the IR extender. Yes, this stick is not only going to use with your regular remote, it will work with an IR remote that is done by Buzztv. So it will come with 2 pieces. This is one part, and there's a little 3M double-sided tape. So this way you're going to be able to connect this on your wall or on your TV. So it will take care of it. And this is the extender itself. And this part will be connected, which is, it is 2.5 jack. It will be connected to the actual stick. We will show this in a few seconds. But the best part is that this will extend you not only 4 to 5 feet, but a little bit over that. So you can use your remote just pointing to this and it will work for you. The next part is, but it will tell you this is the remote control. So let's open it. and let's see how this is packaged. You can see that it's nicely done. So yes, first thing first, they do send us with an Energizer battery. This is something new that a lot of boxes do not have. They're actually taking care of little pieces to make sure you're going to be satisfied. So here's one thing, we're going to leave it here. And then the remote itself is right here, so we can take that out. But there's more inside of it. So let's take this out first. And then this part comes out. So we will put this aside first. And let's go to the remote itself. Here you go. This is the remote. So yes, you can see that it has two functions. You can turn on and off the actual stick, and also you have the function that you will learn so you can turn on and off your TVs. There are some limitations. We will go to it in this video. On top of that, you have all the functions that you need and you're going to use on the Buzztv stick. You have your four-way navigation keys, and you have the OK button in the middle. Menu, info, also you have your last channel, and also you have your escape button. You're going down, you have the home button, which is really nicely designed, and you have the LiveTV, and you also have the guide. You have the volume control up and down and channel. This is really cool. So just like cable companies, you can just click on the channel up and channel down. If you are going to use the Buzz app, this will help you out. Now going down, you have the numeric numbers, and then you have the page up and page down. This will be really helpful when you're going into a website. And then in the bottom, you have the color buttons, which is really good to use when you are going to be playing with the channels. These are going to be very functional. That's not the only thing. This remote is backlit. And the next part that I really like is you have the little logo in the bottom. And you can see that the way that they have designed it, it is not really shiny, but this is not going to stick any kind of fingerprint residue on it. And when you go to the back, you have a full information on how you're going to be able to pair your remote. So this way you do not have to go through and find your paperwork or the manual in order to do it. It's all over here. So how are you going to be able to make this work with your TV? And then going in the back, when you open it, there is two sections for the batteries, which we already have, and we're going to put this in a few seconds. Now, that's not the only thing. When you close it, remember that as I mentioned, this is Bluetooth. So if you look on the top, you have the IR indicator. Now, if you point this to that extender that we were talking about, you will be able to function this remote without even connecting the Bluetooth with that stick, which a lot of other sticks that are out there does not have that type of functionality. Now, the next thing I do not want to forget to capture is going to be the little envelope that it comes with. So this is really cool. They are taking care of little pieces, so that we're going to love this a lot more. They made this little pouch for you so you can put your batteries, your remote, your actual dongle, your HDMI extender, everything inside of this. So you can put this in your bag and take it with you anywhere you go. So that way it is portable. So you want to go to a different country, you want to go for vacation, take everything with you. So that way when you are inside of that hotel, as long as you can connect to their Wi-Fi or LAN connection, remember this stick is compatible to a LAN connection. This really help you out to put everything together. Here's the backlit. Here is the backlit test. So when we say laser cut, when you click on it, you can see that all the buttons are not lit up, just only the cut parts or the actual logos that has been printed on is going to show up, which is beautiful. So now you can go through and play with any of these buttons that you want. That is the best part to go next with. Now here is the Vidstick or ST4000. Now it has a little plastic on it that we can rip off, and this way you will be able to see and have a little feel for the actual logo that has been printed on top of this little stick. Most of the other companies I've seen lately, they just have a little sticker, or the way that they have made it is if you touch it a few times, it will rub off. This one is designed a little bit different. So let's just zoom in a little bit and take a look at it. You can see that it has nice little cuts that you can see right inside of it, and that way this unit can breathe. But this is how the Vidstick really looks. I do not want to show you guys the serial number and everything that I have. just for security purposes. But this is how it really looks. So it has a little sticker right on the bottom with some cuts on the top and the bottom also, and it will tell you the ST4000 FCC ID, and also it takes 5 volt 2 amps, just in case if you have a misplaced the power, you can replace it by buying different versions of these. So if you go on the other side of it, I know that I am holding this upside down, so let's grab it this way. There is a TF card reader from the back. There is a TF card reader that can read up to 128 gigabyte. Right beside that, you have the DC connection, which is a micro USB connection and not USB Type-C, since the AM logic does not support the USB Type-C. Now there is nothing here. There is a little hole right there that is just in case if you ever reset it, and then you have the IR indicator. This is where you're going to be able to connect your IR sensor, which I have shown before, and that way you can use your remote without using Bluetooth, and this dongle will work. Now going to the front, you have the actual HDMI connection, and this would really work for you to get a proper picture for 2.0 connection. Now going on the other side, there's nothing there but just little cuts for ventilation. But if you go in the back part of it is where you're going to be able to see the one USB 3.0 connection. This will get you a very fast connection, not just like the USB 2.0. And that way you will be able to get your gigabyte Ethernet out of this. That's why this is really good. But this is how it really looks. And once you connect it, you will be able to see everything on the screen. So we will cut and then we will just jump in to the actual screen. Now to pair, you have to press the OK button and the volume down as it shows on the screen. And go next, hold 1, 2, 3, and leave it. And then it will tell you remote found on the screen, and then it will go in, and that's it. So now you can use the remote to go down or up to select English and the rest to set it up. Alright, so let's go next to the screen. Now, as soon as you go to the main screen, this is what you're going to see, is the regular launcher that they have on their XR or XRS 4000 or 4500. It looks exactly the same. You can see the logo on the top, and then you have the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and then the Ethernet also logo is there. Their time and date is there too, which is accurate. Now going down, you have live, VOD, TV series, and EPG showing up here. And now if you're running anything on live, it will be on this part. It will be picture in picture. Another thing that they have is you have all apps. You can click on it, and then you will be able to see all the apps that are installed there, and some of them we installed. Now going next is the actual app store, which you can go here, and it's called Aptoid. But the best part is that this one have another app store, which is Google Play Store, so you can get more apps. We will get to that in a few seconds. You also have a little plus sign, so you can add other apps in there. Something like we wanted to add the GeekBench Pro, press yes. And then also you want to get something like Netflix in there. And you want to go through and get YouTube. You want to get the speed test. This way you're going to be able to add all of the apps that you need to be in the front. Now if I press back, now it's all going to show up here. It just depends on what type of icons they have from the actual provider. Something like GeekBench looks a little bit small, but you can see that the YouTube is full, which just looks beautiful. Again, we're not going to mention anything after that. Now going down, you have something called settings. This is where you're going to see more options, which we will cover step by step and we will explain to you. So if you click on it, this is where you're going to be able to see your Wi-Fi connection, your Ethernet connection, I should say, or Wi-Fi, which in this dongle, you can hook up a USB dongle to it that have a LAN connection, and you will be able to take advantage of wired internet. Now, when you log in, you should see your username password. In this case, I am blocking mine. And you can also see all apps. You can click on it if you want to get rid of some apps or you want to delete some. You can see it here by saying see all, and then it will show all of your apps. You can go through them, and if you need to click on one and you want to go through to reset that app, you can do that too, or totally uninstall. It's all going to be here. If it says that it is part of the system apps, then you cannot delete them, but you can force stop, and you can also clear data, clear cache, or clear default if there's more than one version of it. And on top of that, you can also see the device preferences. You can go there, and here's where you're going to be able to see about, and it says the device name is written accurately, model numbers there too, version of OS, and also they have the security patch level, which is not that long ago. You can see that, and then the build number. In here you can also fix your date and time, your language if you're speaking different or it shows different. This is where you're going to be able to see by this little icon if you don't know what language it is, but as long as you have this little earth, you will be able to change it to your own language. And also you can totally factory reset by just going to reset. We're not going to do that. We will go back, and the next part is the remote accessories. This is where you're going to be able to see your remote that is connected or not. And you can also change the name if you wish. I would not suggest you do that. And also if you have more connections, like you want to hook up a Bluetooth headphones or you want to hook up a Bluetooth speakers, you can do that directly from here and you will be able to take advantage of it. Going down, you have the Buzz utility. This is very big. We will go through this in a little part. In this video, we will show you exactly what each one of these do. Going under advanced settings is where you will be able to change your display settings. So the next part is the HDMI CEC. Don't click this on unless you want to turn off your TV and you want the dongle to be turned off with it. There's also audio output, power key definition, and picture. Next part is the server settings. 3 options that you can go through, which is server line. That way you can give them your MAC address, which right now I am totally blocking. And that way they're going to be able to hook you up with a URL, and then you're going to be connected, so you do not need anything else. Under Streamline is where you're going to be getting the username and password, and also M3U list, so that way you can connect and link your M3U list. So that means is your channel list will look different. And if you have the EPG part, then the provider will provide you with another link for the EPG, and that way it will show up. If you do not have the EPG, that's why you need to contact the guy, whoever it is, and then they will be able to help you out with that part. Except that we will get out of that, and the next part is the Wi-Fi. Now here is where you will be able to connect your internet, and you can see right now that I just turned it on, and I will be able to see my network, and there you go, it just connected to my Exitech internet, and there is 2G and 5G also. This is my mesh network, but I connected it there because it connects awesome and it will give me proper numbers. So the next part is the update. So if there is any update available, you can go here, click on the update, and if there is one, it will tell you updating, or you need to click on update, so it will manually update it for you. But if there's nothing there, I just have to say close and I'm done. Here is Buzz utility. So from the top, you have system update. If there is one, you can click and it will update. We already captured this, by the way. Going next is the backup and restore. This part, you have to do a backup from the stick, and if you have another one, you can restore it there. Make sure that you back up just your apps, and that's about it. You do not need any kind of other settings because it will take a very long time for you to do an update. But once you restore it, it's quick and it will go through. Next part is home screen row. This is where you will be able to turn on your VOD or your TV series. So we will get out of that, and once we go into the LiveTV part of it, then we will show you exactly how the screen will change. The main screen will change. Also, you have power options. This is where you will be able to, as soon as you turn on your dongle, should go to LiveTV, go to channel list, or EPG grid. This way you're going to be seeing the electronic program guide showing properly for you. I'll leave it as default as always. Next part is the navigation bar. If you need it, that will come up in the bottom, is really good. I don't really like it because it's very clunky and it's in the bottom, so whatever movie you watch, this is going to show up. Especially I'm going to hook up this dongle on my projector so I can play with it and watch movies. This is not going to really help me out, so I'm always leaving this off. A lot of people request it, so they have it there. Next part is home screen. Here's the best part. You have 3 launchers. The first one is the one that you can see is this one. And if you have anything running on a live, it will show up right there. As you can see, it's put a little blue line around it. And if you need to change that to the older launcher, like their XPL3000, which we have a lot of videos that is part of it, then it will change to that. So let's change it to that. There you go. And here is the XPL3000 launcher lookalike. This one is a little bit better, I believe. That I'm really liking this. But here you go. This is how it really looks when you're in it. And you can have your shortcuts on the bottom just like before. And you can select a few apps. We're going to say yes. And then we're going to say yes to YouTube. We will cover it in a few seconds. And go next to all of the apps that you just installed basically. It should show up in the bottom. There you go. It looks a lot better this way. So I am a fan of this and it shows up here. I really like it. When you go to settings, it's exactly like before. You have all of the options there, just like XPL3000, so you can play with it. And they have one more launcher, which is called Media Player Launcher. Now this is exactly what the 4000 or 4500 look is, except the picture-in-picture. And also you will be able to add folders. So that means a folder could be a movie folder and you can put all of your movie apps in there as a shortcut. And also you can add just the apps itself one by one to the main screen. So this way you will be able to see it in the bottom. There you go. That's how easy it is to see it. For me, I really like to go back to my old settings. So there is a little part on the top, says settings. There you go. And also it gives me my weather widget, and also I have my time. But the one I like is, let's go back to here, and we're going back to Buzz Utility, and then you can see you can fix your weather settings now. We're going to home settings and we're going to change it back to modern. So just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it this way. Alright, so this was all of the launcher and settings part. Let's go next. So the next part we're going to cover is going to be the LiveTV section. So now, when you go to LiveTV, this is what you're going to be seeing. So first you need to install your LiveTV. So if you have a server, just click on it and enter your name and then URL, and you can click the connect button and it will connect you. So in this case, I'm going to bypass this part and I'm going to hide a few things. And this way we're going to go to the LiveTV part. Now remember, we're going to cover some of the icons and also the main screen that you can see on the TV itself, which is this part. And I'm going to cover all of this. I do not want to show it, but here you go. This is the list and you can change your channels. And also when you go to the genre part is you can see all of the genre list. And the best part is that on your remote, you have a little green button. If you press it, you will be able to change and also fix your categories. So if you want to hide a few of them, like this one, or you want to even lock the adult part, that's it, you're done. If you press back, you can see that it totally disappeared from my list. Now I do not have those here. And that's how easy it is to show these parts. So this is one part that we will cover. Now, next part is when you go into favorite certain channels. As an example, I am just going to favorite this one. We will click the yellow button, which you can see in the bottom. It says add to favorite. You just have to say yes. And now it is added to the favorites. Now you go to left side and then you go up a little bit. You have your favorites right on the top. It says all channels. Then it says favorites. How easy it is for you to get to it. And then all of them will show up on your list. That's not the only thing. And now I want to show that list that I have for my LiveTV. Here we will go to Buzz Utilities. Then we will scroll down to home screen rows. And now we can turn on our LiveTV favorites. And we will go back. As simple as that. If we scroll up now, there you go. Your favorite channels will show up. And now it depends if you have icons for them or you don't. So this is how easy it is to set up that part. Now, same thing goes for your VOD. Now, once you launch your VOD, everything looks very similar to you because you're going to see this almost same type of design on Netflix. I really like it that it has the name on the top. Then you do have when it was added to the list and also some information about that movie that you have it on there, so you can see that it popped up. And also you have a little search on the top, so you can search for certain different movies, but the movie shows up here. Now, if you do place them under favorite, then you have a little heart that shows up right above it. So that's the only thing. If you want to select one of these movies, as an example, this one, we will select it. You have some information on the top and you have a nice poster showing on the right hand side. You can press play to see if it is going to play it for you. And again, it takes a couple of seconds for you to go through, and that's how easy it is to play a movie from this list. That's not the only thing. You can also view the whole categories by pressing the red button, and this way you will be able to just jump inside of the something like family movies or Marvel, or you want to change it to something like documentary, you will be able to see it here. That's not the only thing. Let's go back, click home. Remember that I favorited a bunch of them. We will go to Buzz Utility, and then we will go back into home screen rows, and now we will be able to turn on VOD favorites, press back all the way, scroll up, and here is your movies right on the main screen, so you do not have to go to VODs on the top and search for that movie that you favorited. So that way you will be able to watch it and enjoy it with your friends. Very easy to follow. And the next thing that I want to do is we will put everything about the LiveTV aside. Let's go into benchmarking. So the first thing we're going to launch is going to be GeekBench Pro. And we have already run this, and you can see that for single core we got 717, and for multi-core we got 2021, which is not that bad when it comes to S905Y2 chipset. You can see all the informations underneath that it has 2 GB of RAM and more. The next thing we will launch is going to be ADIA64. I really like this app because it gives everything inside out to you. As an example, the manufacturer name is there. Also the model number is there, which is ST4000. The brand name of the chip is there, which is Amlogic. Now going down, you have the hardware, which is done by Amlogic. Going under RAM, it actually shows you that it is 2 GB. Total memory is right there. And then available memory, that how much is left. Also going underneath of it, you have the full storage. And this is where we come to indicate to you exactly what you will get. As you can see, the internal storage on this is 16 GB, but it has been divided in few little different places. As an example, the OS itself inside of it do require to have its own little partition, and then there's going to be a little smaller partition so you can keep all of your firmware backed up there, just in case if you ever process your factory reset, where it gets that whole OS back installed, the customized OS for Buzztv. Except that you can see the external storage. I have a 64 gig connected to it, and it shows how much has been free in it. But this is for the internal storage and how much is available right now after we install a bunch of apps so we can test and also play some videos on it. If you go down, it says Bluetooth, which is 4+. Now going under CPU itself, you can see right from the top that it is ARM Cortex A53, and it is 4 times of ARM, and then it is running on 1800 megahertz. Going underneath of it, this is built on 64-bit, running on 32-bit right now. Now going underneath of it, the cores are 4 of them there, and this is the one that is running on 1800, but you can see that they're all going to be changing all the time because of how much push is going through it. Here's another thing, is the CPU usage or utilization is 53%, which is really good. The governor's interactive right now. And going down, you have all of the other informations that you require. Now going under display right now, I am running on 1080p so we can capture this, but the GPU on this is Mali G31, which is very powerful, by the way. And then going under OpenGL, it is running 3.2. Now the network is set up really cool, because we have 2 settings under the stick. Remember that most of the sticks only running on the Wi-Fi. Now this is set up for AC Wi-Fi, and it is running on 5.0, but you can hook up a gigabit LAN to this using a adapter, which you have to purchase separately, that can run up to a gigabit wired internet on this. And that will really help you out if you ever having a dead spot for your Wi-Fi in your house or office. That will really help you out. Now it does not have battery, but all of the information you can see is just how good the temperature is running on it. It is not going over 42 or about 43 maximum, but it is keeping the unit really cool and it's not going to be very hot. It's just warm. And going under Android itself, it is running Android 9 Pie, and all of the stuff is there. Here's the best part, it is rooted. And now if we go under device itself, you can see that it is running USB, and there just have one USB, which is USB 3.0, but I have connected a hub which is 3.0, and you can see a lot of things underneath of it that you can learn more. But again, it does have a SD card slot which can read up to 128 gigabyte. But going under codecs itself, all of the codecs that you're looking for is going to be underneath of this, so you can play your VP9 is right there, and then H263, it has the H264, there's the VP8, so that way you can play more videos to this. But going up, it has everything that you're looking for right underneath of this codecs place. The next thing that we want to go to is going to be YouTube. Now launching YouTube, I have to mention that this is the Android TV version of YouTube, so you can get 4K YouTube on this unit itself, and I will show you in a few seconds. So we will go to search, and there you go, and you can see that I am running this on 4K, so it plays it perfectly. There's no stop to it and there's no pause to it because the Wi-Fi on this running perfectly on this. Alright, so we will get out of this too. The next thing we will go through is going to be Netflix. Now I have to mention that Netflix on this SSD, but you will get the 520p video out of this and not 420p. So it is a little bit better than 480p, but you still need to use an Air Mouse remote in order to function this, and not the regular remote that came with the stick. I know that it's a Bluetooth remote, but it is not an Air Mouse remote, so you can use it this way. If you want to connect a regular computer mouse to it and you can process the same thing, yes, it will work. But remember that you only have one USB connection. So if you have a hub, it will be a lot better to hook up a hard drive to this so you can do some recording when it comes to the actual LiveTV. But if you want to just use the second portion of it to hook up a Air Mouse remote, something like Buzztv Arc 100 remote that they have, you can process it here. If you need to purchase one of those remotes, links is available in the bottom of this video. Except that we will press back to get out of it. The next thing I want to mention that I'm going to cover is going to be speed test. Now here comes the best part. Now the first thing that we run was the regular 2.4G network. You can see that the numbers were very low, which is 18.3, and the upload rate was perfect, which is 30.9 megabit. Now when we went to the second time, we only received 9.4, and then when we were doing an upload, we received 25.1, which is not bad again. When we went to the 5G network, the first time that we did a test, we received 149 and then we received 32 for upload. You can see the arcs, the way that it is going is perfect. So this one was when we were downloading, it started raising up and you can see it, and then when we were downloading, we received this one. So it's not that bad. Now we did it twice to see if there's any kind of difference. You can see that the upload rate is perfect, but then the upload or the download is going up and down a little bit, so we can get a number. Now when we tried this using a LAN connection, now remember that it's an adapter that we have to connect to this, and we went through a few of them. So yes, we spent some money on this part to see which one will be compatible and effective. Remember that we do not have the official Buzztv version of the adapter in order to make this work. So this was hit and miss, but the one that works perfectly. And you can see that the download rate was 183, the upload rate is perfect. Now we did it one more time to see if we get anything different, and now we received 233 for download, so start going up, and then the upload was exactly the same. We did it one more time to see if it gets stalled or if it's going to give us any trouble, but no, it even got better, and we received the download rate the same, which you can see that it is going straight, and you can see the download rate just start going up and up, which really sticks out. So these guys did the job accurately when it comes to their speed on their Wi-Fi module and also their drivers, the way that they have installed it on this little unit. So I really like this part. But now, which one am I going to use? Is going to be 5G network or is going to be LAN? For me, 5G network really stands out because I do not have to run another wire into this stick, and what stick is for is originally for Wi-Fi. So I really like to use this. Now comes the part to see if it's really going to play the 10-bit video. Now I only have one video that I'm going to play, but let's see how good it will play it. Now this is one of the videos that we received, or I got it from the internet, that it is an actual 4K 10-bit. And I am using the VLC player to play it on this unit itself. It plays it very nicely, very accurately, and I really like it the way that it looks. So this is how this unit really works. It really stands out on how everything is playing right, left, and center. Now I have to mention that the EPG on this that I have not covered. So when you are in EPG, you can press the red button and then it will change it to a different genre or different category. So if you want to go under English, then you will be able to see some of these little parts start populating, and the needle is on an accurate place. So you know exactly how much of the file you will be able to see. And one more thing I do not want to forget is when you're on the main screen and you want to stop that little picture-in-picture, on your remote, if you press this stop button, it will get rid of it. So that was the last little tip I wanted to mention before we close this video. I want to mention that links will be available we can order it from and save about 10% when you're ordering this. Except that you can save a lot of money by buying this Vidstick and not one of those other brands. You will be very happy because all of the apps are built into this. Except that I hope you guys like our video. Links will be available we can order this from, or if you need more help about this unit itself, you can ask at the bottom of the video. We'll have to give you inside out information about it. Except that, make sure you click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment in the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xetex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places, and thank you.